I was asked to go down to the Black Lives Matter parade. Not parade, well, like a protest.
Yes.
And it was blah, 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 trader this, whatever, so on and so forth, from the community, which I expected. It was exhausting.
Were you working?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're in uniform.
I was asked to go down to the protest. Typically, neighborhood officers don't go down, but if your supervisor says go, you got to go.
That's right.
Oh,
So I was by myself from my division, and I met up with 10 awesome guys from 32, phenomenal officers, and we're at Bay and Dundas. It's scorching hot, and there was this one kid who came up in front of my SUV that was placed on the road, and just a whole bunch of hateful stuff and just whatever. And I was like, forget this. I'm like, I'm gonna have a conversation with this kid because he's right here. So we start the conversation. It starts off really bad. Like him and his friends just yelling, screaming, blah, blah, blah. I'm just listening. I don't change my whatever. I don't look angry. I'm letting them vent. I'll let them say whatever they feel they need to say. And then when they got tired, then I spoke. It was like a 15 to 20 minute conversation to the point where the one individual was just like, the main guy was like, I never looked at stuff that way, because we had a conversation in regards to race, being a police officer, what's happening, what have you, being a better version of yourself. And he's like, do you mind taking a picture with me? And I'm like, of course. I'm like, I'll take a picture, no problem, right? So he's there and his boys are there, but I was mainly interacting with him. So he's got his friend there that's about to take a picture. So I got him right beside me here. And so I kneel down, and then I look up and we're doing the peace sign like this, right? Just focusing on the camera. Takes a picture, boom, I'm like this. We get up, thank you so much, whatever. I got him on Instagram. So this is near the end of the protest. I'm driving back. By the time we got back to the division, I was dropping the cop off. And one cop comes up to me and he's like, Swift, what's with this picture? And I'm like, what are you talking about, right? He's like, dude, you didn't see this picture? I'm like, no. So this kid has our picture, and it has Black Lives Matter in the background. Beside that was another poster I didn't see saying defund the police.
Right beside it. Yeah.
So optics, it looks absolutely horrible. But to add insult to injury, the guy, the young man, the caption is, officer says F the police and takes a stand with us.
No.
Yeah. No, officer says F his job.
Right.
And takes a stand with us.
Wow.
And I'm looking
They
at
just
this.
became the National Enquirer right there.
What?
Yeah.
And it's hashtag Toronto Police.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
So
Disaster.
this is an absolute disaster, right? And the ironic thing about this whole defund the police thing is that literally command, like the chiefs and whatever, gave me the go ahead to talk I think 3 or 4 times on the news, like CBC, Global, whatever, in regards to what that meant and how I felt about that. And of course you need the police. Like, I'm not, no, get rid of us. Like, that's not the case. I was on multiple different social media platforms discussing how we broke down defunding the police, because everyone just thought get rid of the police. I'm like,
That's
no,
right,
there's so much more to it.
Yeah.
And then here I am with a picture which I would never take just based on the sensitivity of the topic.
Right.
I know what it means, but other officers are going to be like, what are you doing? And optics, when you first see it, it looks bad.
Right.
Like, bad.